Daf Chaf Aleph Amud Aleph on the bottom. Last thing we mentioned is that we should not hire a teacher that can teach mistakes because the child won't be able to fix his mistake as he gets older, unlike the other opinion. Now we're going to bring a proof. Dichtiv, the pasuk says, "Ki sheshet chodashim yashav sham Yoav v'chol Yisrael achrit al kol zachar be'Edom." Yoav in the army stayed for 6 months, killing every male in Edom in the war. Problem was, ki ato the commander David when he came to David, Amar David told him, my time Avitach, why didn't you kill the females as well? Amalek, the Pasuk says, Timcha et zechar Amalek. It says, the Pasuk says, kill the males of Amalek. Amalek, David says, no. Ha'anan zecher krinan. You need to destroy the memory, everyone. Amalek, Anna zachar karninin. He's like, but David was like, but I was taught zachar, male. As the Shlomo went over to his rabbi, his teacher. Amalek, Yoav said, hey, krinan. He's like, how'd you teach it? Amalek, zecher, memory. But Yoav was not realized that he was thought that it was Zechar, male, and he was making a mistake, and his teacher never corrected him. And this is had a very big deal. Shakal Sefsere the Mikler. Yoav took his sword to kill the teacher. Amalei. Amai, he's like, what you gonna kill me for? Amalei, Yoav tells him, he says, the curse is the one who does Hashem's work negligently, and you negligently taught me the words. Amalei, teacher said, he's like, okay, fine. If the person who's cursed teaches negligently, let the curse happen. Don't kill me. Amalei Yoav, teacher says, Amalei Yoav said back, K'tiv, v'arur monea habo midam. Pasuk says that whoever does not kill the Amalek will get cursed. So he's like, I should kill you for that. Then there's a mahloket, what ended up happening. There's different versions saying either Yoav ended up killing him or not. Amar Rav says, teacher of kids, a vine planter, butchers, bloodletters, and town writers. All these people are considered pre-warned, and therefore they're on probation. If they make a mistake, they're fired. Because the general is anything that you can't reverse the loss. Mutrav is considered pre-warned, on probation, and anything he does is considered a fireable offense. If a resident of the Mavui wants to set up a mill to sell the stuff, let's say when a person of the same Mavui decides to come set up the mill, right? So if the guy wants to open up the same business, the first guy can stop the second one. You can tell him, you're cutting off my livelihood. Let me say the proof. Right, the proof is from here that seemingly that one fisherman must put their fishing nets far away from the first guy. How far is that? How far is it that you have to stay away from the other guy's fish swims? The kama marababaravuna. I'd probably to stay one parsa away. So we see as well that you have to keep it the amount of distance that swim fish, you have to keep it away, which is a parsa away, long away. So seemingly because you can't take a business. The Gemara says it's not a good proof. The differences by fish is that once they see the food in the traps, they'll start swimming toward it. Therefore, if I'm putting my net over here, someone's doing it next to me, he could literally take my fish that were coming to me versus a similar business in the same courtyard. It's different. Maybe Rav Huna holds like Rav Yehuda. The time Mishnah says that video Rav Yehuda says. Rav says, a storekeeper should not give out kernels or walnuts to kids. Because that will make the kids come to him, and the kids are the ones who go shopping for the parents. So you see, Rav Huna doesn't allow taking business. The Gemara says it's not a good proof. This is Rav Hashmim would even agree to Rav Huna. Only the difference Mahloket Hashmim disagree with Rav Yehuda by the kids. Ella the Amar Le, because the same way that kid's giving out stuff to the kids, that he could say to the other guy, okay, I'm giving out walnuts. You give out almonds. I'm giving out this. If you want, give out lollipops. But in case of Rav Huna regarding the businesses, maybe Hachamim would agree with this, or the first guy could tell the second guy, you're actually cutting off my livelihood by taking my actual customers. A person can open up a store next to the store of his friend, or a bathhouse next to his friend's bathhouse. You can't stop him. Because you tell him, you're doing during your own property, but I made my own store. Question against Rav Huna. The Gemara says, the Tana Batra says, these residents of Mavoy can stop each other. The person can stop another business from opening up, whether it's tanner, tailor, teacher, etc. You can't stop a neighbor from doing it. You could stop a competing business in your same avoy, but not next door. Rabbi Shimon ben Levi says, if you even stop a neighbor, you cannot open up a business near someone else's business. So we see that there's a difference between someone coming in and out, according to Tanakama, but even Rashbag would hold that all types of rival businesses are asort. It's obvious for me. If one town wants to take a business from a guy in Brooklyn wants to go to Deal and open a business like a guy in Deal, it's a sort. But if he is paying tax to that town, you can't stop him. If it's the same mavoy, you can't stop the guy from opening up a competing business. That's like the Tanakama. What is this? What's the according to Tanakama? What do you hold? One mavoy to the next mavoy, one area to the next block. Can you stop that? Is that considered a competing business like a neighbor? But a neighbor with only the same mavoy or not? Is that considered not a neighbor and can't stop him? Take him. Margaret says, degree, but if the teacher wants to open up another school, basically, you can't stop him. The Mara more says, we need more teachers next to each other. The Mara says, really, that's the case. If another teacher's there, it might lead to people becoming not as good. Amarle says, no, the opposite. There's jealousy between people, between scholars, it'll increase wisdom. Each teacher is going to be scared of the competition and he'll try to be better. Everybody would agree that regarding peddlers who go from town to town selling stuff, you can't stop them. Peddlers can go from town to town because they sell cosmetics, and that's good for the Bnei Israel's daughters to have good cosmetics for their needs. That's only to walk around. They can't just set up a permanent shop. I don't know, but if it's a Tamil Chacham, I feel like you can let him set a permanent shop. They let this rabbi do it. They look at that not according to the regular law. My time, why? Because he's Tamil Chacham, we want him to get back to learning, and therefore we'll let him set up shop just to quickly finish up his work. I know those people who were selling baskets, Uber baskets to Level. The city tried to stop him from selling baskets. They came to Ravina. Can I sell or not? He says, they came from elsewhere, outside the city. Let them sell to people who are outside the city. That only applies on the market day because that's when other people from outside the city are coming. Below Yom HaShuka, but when it's not the market day, not allowed. Yom HaShuka, not allowed. When we said it's on the market day, it's only allowed to sell in the marketplace. But you can't walk around house to house. You have to do it by the market, selling to people who are coming in for the market. The people who are selling wool to Pumnahara. People are in the city trying to stop them. He said to them, you were right to stop them. They said to them, but we have credit, we have to sell, we open the money. Somebody said to him, sell the minimum amount that you need for your panasa. They collect their debts, then you could go. Very interesting. Rav Dimi brought dry figs by boat to sell in a town. The head of the rabbi, that situation of that town, said to Rava, Puk Chazi, go check Rav Dimi. If he's a Tim Chacham, you can hold a spot in the market for him. So Rava went over to his student, Rav Ada, Puk the go check his guy's brain. Now I pick his brain, check Rav Dimi if he's good. So Nafak Rav Ada went to check Rav Dimi. Lemon asked him, if an elephant swallowed a basket and then it exited the back door, you defecated it. Is that basket considered still a regular flea that is tamen, or it's considered excrement flea that is not tamen? I didn't know. Dimi said to Rav Ada, Marnihun Rava, are you the famous Rava of the town? It's a bit he asked me such bomb questions. Rav Ada, a little bit embarrassed, he tapped his stick on Rav Dimi's shoe. He said, between me and Rava is a big gap. I'm considered your teacher because you didn't know the answer to that question. Rav Ada is telling Rav Dimi. And Rava is the teacher of a teacher. Learned to the shuka, they obviously, because he couldn't answer the question, they didn't hold him the place in the shuk. They thought he wasn't Tim Chacham. Pasid Goror the day and his figs spoiled. Atzak Medina Yosef Amarle, Medina came to Rabbi Yosef and he said, Hazi more Amavd, look what it did to me. Amarle, Yosef said to Rabbi, don't worry, man, lo shahid the inutit makad dom. Hashem did not delay avenging the humiliation of the king of Edom. Lona shil lo he won't delay the avenge your humiliation. Hashem avenged the king of Edom's embarrassment, he'll definitely avenge yours. The Pasuk says, Hashem forgave three things that Moab did, but not the fourth one. They burnt the bones of the king of Edom into lime. He says, don't worry, I'll punish them. After that, Rabbi passed away, seemingly being punished. Now they're arguing, we're going to talk about who was the reason that Rabbi passed away. Rabbi says, I punished him. I cursed him. I said Hashem will avenge Rav Dimi. Rav Dimi said, no, I will he punished because of me. The after to go to Dimi because it was my figs that caused the situation. Abba says, I punished him. The Amar Ada would tell to the Hachamim, to commit the bear Abaye instead of chewing bones in the house of Abaye to ikhlu bisra shamina berabah, come to Rabba's house where you'll have meat. You'll learn better in Rabbah better than Abaye. So maybe Abaye said that maybe he got punished because he insulted me. And Rabbah says, Anna anishta he got punished because of me. When Rabba would go to the butcher to buy meat, Amar lo to the butcher, Anna shakin bisra de mekeder shemid Rabbah. I should buy meat before the servant of Rabbah. Rava's servant, because I'm better than the servant of Rava, but that's an insult to Rava because Rava sent the servant. And Nachman Yitzchak said, no, I'm not Anish, it's punished because of me. That Rahman Bar Yitzchak Rish Kala, but Rahman Bar Yitzchak would give the class every Shabbat. Before the class started, Marit Bader Rav Ada Bar Abba Rav Ada would go to Rahman and prepare the class with him. Bahada Ayla then Rav Nachman would give the class. How that day, Naktura Pav Rav Huna Breda Yeshua Rav Ava, Rav Papa and Rav Huna took Rav Ada to ask him a question. Because they weren't there when Rav finished the class previously. They told him, Imlan, please tell us, Hanish Matzah de Maser Behema, this halakha of Maser Behema, Mesachel Bechorot. What did Rav say in the class? Amarlu, and he explained to them, he said this and this. So the Hachi Naga later now, he's supposed to help Rav Ada, is supposed to help Rav Nachman, but he's busy explaining this class. So it started getting late. Rav Ada didn't come yet to help Rav Nachman to prepare the class. I'm related Rav Nachman the Hamim who were there for the class said to Rav Nachman, why are you sitting? Start giving the class. He said to them as a joke, I'm waiting for the coffin of Abba, meaning he must be late. The only reason why he might be late because he must have died. And afterward, word came out that Abba died. So he says, maybe he passed away because he made that joke that he must be dead. Yani, you better be dead if you're not here. That famous joke. If you're not here, you must be dead or whatever happens. Same thing over here. He said he must be dead because he didn't come yet. Must be that. And also, like Mara says, that it was probably Nachman's joke that caused Rabbi Ada to pass away because of that line. New Mishnah. Someone's wall was next to the wall of his friend. Don't put a new wall next to that wall. Unless he puts 4 amot there. We'll explain what that means. Someone's put windows next to his friend's house. Whether it's above or below a window, whether directly across. You have to have 4 amot away because then you could peek in like we had earlier in the Mishnah, in the Masechet.